Welcome travelers to another episode of Remnant 2. This is Odin's son, and we're in the Great Sewers on Apocalypse mode testing out another badass build. Now this particular build is not only centered around survivability, but also mod generation. And how, you ask, we get this mod generation going? That's by lighting people on fire and eating their asses up with nanites. Let's get right into the build and I'll show you exactly how I put this monstrosity together. Now for this particular build, I chose Medic as my primary archetype. After restoring 250 total health to allies, you receive 1 spent relic charge. And what better ally is there than man's best friend? The Handler archetype comes with kinship, which allows you to absorb friendly fire at a whopping 80%. At this rate, you'll be eating fire tornadoes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No bullet biting build could be complete without the Leto Mark II armor set. And after a suggestion from a viewer in a previous video, I decided to sprinkle in the Labyrinth gauntlets to get that little bit of extra fire resistance. With a whopping 429 armor, you'll be stepping on the necks of your enemies in no time. For this particular build, I chose the Resonating Heart. On use, regenerates 57.5 of max health over the next 5 seconds. When healing ends, any overhealed health is doubled and rewarded over the next 20. On top of that, I have Mythic Healing Effectiveness, and Mythic Armor Effectiveness. If you don't mind your bling from the Blair Witch Project, the Twisted Idol is the thing for you. Increases armor effectiveness by 30%, reduces encumbrance by 15%. Burden of the Follower reduces rate of fire by 15%, but increases mod power generation by a whopping 50%. While the Cataloger's Jewel automatically generates 8 mod power per second. Man's best friend never been so happy with Burden of the Divine. All damage dealt by wearer is reduced by 10%, but 50% of self-healing applies to allies. And last but definitely not least, Stone of Malevolence. Elemental damage generates 15 additional mod power, allowing us to whip around fire tornadoes and melt off faces with nanites in record time. When it comes to traits, increase your armor effectiveness by 50 with Fortify. With Kinship fully upgraded, 80% damage reduction to friendly fire will have you dancing around in fire tornadoes without a care in the world. Increase your health regeneration by 1.5 seconds with Regrowth. Medic's intrinsic trait Triage increases healing by 50%. Increase that mod generation by 20% with Spirit. Tack on an extra 30 points to max health with Vigor. Increase Little Dingus's health by 100% with Rugged. Sank the final 8 points in the Siphoner. Grants 2.4% base damage as lifesteal. Those dirty sewer dwelling Dran aren't using it, so I might as well take it. Now when it comes to weapons, it's pretty much dealer's choice. Me personally, I prefer a classic Tommy gun with high ammo capacity to close the distance when I need a little extra mod power. Now whatever you pick, just make sure that it has a mod slot so you can fit in Firestorm. When it comes to secondary weapons, there's no competing with the Nebula. This bad mother trucker shoots steaming hot farts, acid gas, which applies corrosive effects, dealing 1035 corrosive damage over 15 seconds. Not to mention the dingleberries, nanomachines that seek after targets within 20 meters, repeatedly attacking, dealing 20.7 acid damage per hit. And while you're at it, you might as well attach Failsafe. Attached mods deal 20% additional mod damage. At level 10, attached mods gain 15% chance to not consume charge. When it comes to close encounters, I went ahead and chose Kratos' baby mama's axe. When thrown, this bad boy applies overload damage upon hit, dealing 172.5 every 5 seconds for 10 seconds. And shortly after tossing it away, it returns back to your hand like it never left home. And that's pretty much it. If you like this content, you want to see more of it, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and I will see you next time.